Yeah.
Sounds good.
Good, how are you?
Rotary bill,
Oh,
not for food. 'Cause I don't eat there because
yeah, I
they
know,
never have
because
anything.
you can't eat it either.
No, they have, all fried stuff.
Just used to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got up this morning.
cool.
Yeah.
Just a regular 24 hour?
Yeah. Oh, no, they did call me when I was driving. I was in Idaho and I was driving home. They said, would you like to pick up the first 12? I said, no, thank you.
Are they in the process of hiring more?
It's just like that time of the year where like in the winter time, people just are starting to get sick. So we're fully covered.
Okay.
Dave.
I did. There were people coming back. Really? I went in there and couldn't wait. We're gonna visit her now. Unbelievable. I know. It drives you crazy.
Are you guys making back from the grass fire?
I don't know. Yeah, because it was, yeah, need to kill for other people on here. So,
For shop. Unless there's actually a building involved, I've sucked enough smoke walking through grass fires that I'm always wondering.
yeah, I bet.
We didn't have fancy trucks.
So Kim, this is gonna go in front of the zoning board of appeals
Yeah,
first,
I've been in a couple.
then it's gonna come to us.
So as I understand it, they need to have an agreement in place with us before it goes to the zoning board.
So it's kind of the opposite, because a lot of times the stuff, the zoning board,
Well, this is county, but it's gotta go county zoning, not ours.
oh, it's not ours.
No, it's because everything that they're doing is in the county.
Okay,
Nothing is in the city other than the street that they're wanting to use.
oh, okay, that makes sense.
So it has to go in front of the zoning board of appeals.
Fulton County down in
He
Lewis,
used to be part of it. Matt Fletcher's part of that, right?
he still is? Is he? That's in Lewis then, correct? I mean, how many, okay. And that's what Is it this month or next month?
12/17 is when they
That's what I
meet.
thought, it was the
They
17th of
go,
December.
which is a Wednesday. We've got 2 meetings after tonight still. So that's what I gave. I tried to give you, like, I gave you everything I had. So,
I forgot that he was in the county.
and I've read it about 14 times.
Oh,
No time for him, I'll tell you.
You know, so tonight is kind of an overview. I'll let Bill be Bill. He sent me the ordinance and the agreements.
I told him that I had to call it in order to get like, so far behind like the reports. Were there? At least one.
Joey went on me here.
Right,
Let's just do this.
right.
Was sitting in a tree.
Some of them were
What?
first page.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, you could see that the people who were giving.
We had a 12-hour one.
It's his staff.
Bosie.
It's zero narrative.
Yeah,
He called.
So when it gets dark, they're done.
Zero narrative.
Yeah,
Right.
but I think he's quite a ways away. I don't know where his property is.
Oh, that's fine.
So, if you care if I sit in a tree, I'm like, no.
but he'll know now that he's in class.
There's Alex.
Yep.
Howdy, howdy.
Don't have Bill yet.
Hey man, how's it going? What'd you run into?
He ran into a door.
Long story. We'll leave it at that. It's a long story. Another time.
Talk behind the firehouse closed doors.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Liz on.
Exactly.
General comments.
No.
Committee report.
I will not. I will not.
Why not?
I will
Don't say anything off the cuff because somebody will call you on
We'll just leave it at that.
it. That's the voice of experience right there for you. So,
We are just going to be quiet.
no Lampy tonight either. Elmwood must have had a meeting.
Yeah, no, man. What are we gonna do?
We got JD.
Nobody to adjourn either.
Yeah, Joey's in a tree.
Well, I'll handle
She'll
it.
handle it.
I'll second it.
Somebody's gotta.
All right, I've got 6. Let's call this meeting to order, please. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Welcome, you 3 and everybody who's joining us from home. May we have a roll call, please?
Gillis,
Here.
Boggs, Smith, here, Fleming,
Here.
Rose,
Here.
Cruzen, here.
I do not have Attorney Connor yet, and Officer Green has joined us. So thank you. Everybody's had a chance to look at the the minutes of last meeting. This time I'll take questions, comments, concerns, or a motion.
Make a motion that we approve last week's meetings. Or minutes, rather. I'm so sorry.
Second.
Can't even speak today.
I have a motion kind of from Alex and a second from Dave Rose. All in favor, say aye.
You know what I want.
Opposed? That will carry. All right, I do have some correspondence from Charlie Fishbach. He's been our treasurer. Good morning, Ken. It is with great regret I must write with my resignation from the post as city treasurer effective immediately. I want to thank you, the council, and all other members involved in the city administration I've worked with these past few years. As you're aware, my family has grown significantly since I've come into this position. We recently had the newest addition of our 4th child under 7 years old. While this has been a great blessing for us, I also want to more freely devote my time to the areas it is most needed for myself and my family, both now and in the future. This resignation is thus based on my personal priorities at this time. I have every confidence in all involved moving forward. I do continue to look forward to helping to grow and foster relationships with the residents of the city in other ways in the coming years, and wish you the very best. Sincerely, Charles Fishbach. And we will accept his resignation with regrets. Herb, you've got the most pages in the entire.
I do have several things. Just a couple things, just so you know, we're still waiting for our license from the state. But we are 100% in compliance with the state. The cemetery cleanup has gone really well. We don't have any issues that I've heard about. We're still got a few things to pick up. The next newsletter will be in December. We're gonna do that every 2 months. Every month is just too much information. We are going to refresh our signage at the front of the cemetery about, the rules and regulations. I mentioned before that we have 2,322 unmarked graves in our cemetery. We are going to come up with for a lack of a better term, wall of remembrance with all of these people's names, their birth date, their death date, and if they were a veteran or not. And I'm working with Camille's right now to get that done. We talked about doing it in stone, but we just can't afford anything like that. That's just too expensive. We are going to replace the ceiling in the cemetery office. It had leaked prior. Now everything's all fixed, so we're and Tony and Josh is going to take care of that for us. So we're in the process of that, and we will replace those lights. And there'll still be a suspended ceiling, but the lights are just really small, so they fit up in there. They're LED, so we'll get rid of all those others. And then we have the seasonal decorations that we have to put on the McCord's grave based on the will that was the money that was left to us through the will. And our next meeting is December the 9th at 9 o'clock. Questions? Nope. Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Herb. I don't have any old business that I felt comfortable discussing, so we'll bring some of that next time. We do have some new business and new old business. First item is discussion possible action, the CEDC recommendations. I can't remember to hit save. CEDC met October 23rd. We make the following recommendations. In TIF redevelopment, Mark Agliardo with a door replacement for a $1,000 grant. John and Kathy Frank with a tree removal for a $2,100 grant. Rodney and Kathy Nichols are putting new siding and replacing a porch and doing all kinds of things, $2,500 grant. Mike Rutledge is doing a roof replacement with a $1,000 grant. We did have one commercial grant for Diva Florist, is doing some work to the east side of their east facade of their business. It is crumbling and they're trying to reinforce it and they're doing some neat things. But those are your recommendations from the CEDC.
Make a motion that we accept the recommendations from the CEDC.
Second.
Thank you, Alex. Second from Jenny. That is a roll call, please.
Gillis,
Yes.
Boggs, Smith,
Yes.
Fleming,
Yes.
Rose,
Yes.
Cruzen.
Yes.
Thank you. Next item, new business I have, and we don't have to do anything with this. I just want, this may be pandering to the lowest common denominator. It seems that we've got some people that feel that they are not getting notifications from the city. This leave thing, we've been inundated with phone calls. We put an ad in the paper, we put it on the website, we put it in the paper. Still calls every day. Nobody can figure it out. And then I had somebody tell me, well, I don't know how to use the internet. I don't have Facebook. And then they try to tell me they get a paper. Be that as it may, I'm looking, this is a Skyward-like. I think most of us are familiar with Skyward, maybe some of us more than others. And this would allow us to do texts and voice messaging to the citizens. The only rub being they have to sign up. So if they don't sign up, then we're still not going to get to them. Or if they decide they get tired of listening to us and put us into spam, then they're never going to know.
It's so completely an opt-in.
It is. It's 100% opt-in. Shelby looked at about 17 different systems, had demos done. This was number 2. Number 1 was just cost prohibitive. It was like 18 times more expensive than this, I think, that she told me.
Aren't we already using Civic Plus for our code?
They are part of the coding people. That's Codifier or something.
Right.
So, this is a $4,500 investment, and then it's $4,000 a year. I'm not sold on this, but it's a way that we could push things out. We've got snow events that are coming. If Illinois American would help us, they've already got one for boil orders, but there are some people that aren't opted into that system. Emergencies, weather-related things. Like I said, we don't have to vote on this. This is information that I want everybody to have for everybody to, and please tell me your thoughts.
Can I suggest if we go with this, that we actually do a mailer of some sort that literally,
Oh, yeah,
every resident gets the little card that says, please sign up type of deal.
Yep.
They can opt in or opt out, but at least they can say, if they get mail, they should get that notification.
and I just don't know a better way of letting them know, because this leaf event is a great event, but we're missing the boat somewhere, and I don't know, short of going door to door.
Well, the other part of this, the Civic Plus, is I know that they also handle like municipal websites and stuff like that. So our website, if we ever opt into it, we can also look at them as a vendor for that. Since we already are using them for the code, we're already using them, we opted this for that. It would be another thing for the tool chest. The nice thing about that is that they make sure that the website is compliant for ADA purposes. I don't know if ours is.
We've got a couple of ADA issues
But
that we're
that's,
aware of.
and that's their whole thing, is making sure our city website's ADA compliant.
This is where electric sign would be really nice to have if there was any kind of.
So
grants.
Leslie, you've got an in with the Trevoli Fire Department.
David got a grant.
Is that what that
I
was?
wondered about that. It's a nice sign. It's a really nice sign.
Don't quote me exactly on the price, but I think it was like a $30,000 grant, but then he had to pay maybe just a couple $1,000 or something.
Can you ask him who
obviously,
the grant was through, and maybe
I
our
can ask.
grant writer might be able to.
And those signs they're only like a 12 to 15 year lifespan. That's why the school got rid of theirs, because I think it went kaput and then, so expensive. I mean, these things are so expensive, but that'd be so nice to put out front, whether people read it or not. But I know we have the manual one. I don't know if they can put the
Well,
letters out
by
there.
the time we take the time to get the manual one out there, it's time to change it again.
No, I know. But, no, I can ask him.
And
If it was
don't ask me,
just-
I don't spell real well.
If it was, a fire department thingy, or if it's something else that's, if the municipality can actually, I'll ask him. I know we kind of talked about that.
Well, I've always been told $40,000 is a pretty round number.
Yeah, theirs was minimum of 30.
Yeah.
So,
But majority of the grant was,
Mhm.
it paid for it, so I'll ask him. Because, I don't know how to do grants or anything, but if somebody could figure it out.
so with this one, the initial fee is $4,155.
Yeah, there's a $1,000 discount for the first year, and then it's 4,000 yearly beyond that, plus 5% to be applied in year 2. And it's an automatic 1-year renewal term. It's one of these things that if we're going to cancel, we've got to stay on top of it.
Yeah, 60 days.
So
50 days.
going by that logic, the sign is actually a better buy if it lasts 15 years. If it lasts 10, it's a wash.
So I can make some
My only concern, which I didn't even think to do something like that, is a lot of people who probably aren't getting any of these notifications might also not have a smart cell phone.
Well, so,
But this is
yes,
a text, this is like an SMS text. that you
Or
get.
like a cell, I mean, there's always gonna be people that are gonna say, I don't have access to
There's-
that, but if it's a sign, everyone has access to that, but
short of them not leaving the house.
Yeah.
I dreamed.
I know there's a handful of people that I've painted for recently or know that, you know, some don't even have cell phones. They still have their landlines and,
Well, we
You know,
had an employee
or they don't know how to text.
didn't have.
They do have a cell phone,
right, or
but
how
they
to
don't
set it
text.
up or how to do any of that, you know, that's really hard.
So
Well,
let
it
me,
is.
let me
It's-
investigate the sign before, I don't wanna.
Yeah, no, that's great. Let's bring this back. I wasn't expecting an answer tonight, but I want everybody to be,
I don't like the annual fee, annual recurring service fee. I don't like that.
Well, it's like any
I know,
service,
I know.
they have to maintain it.
Oh, I
I kinda get that. And for software, it's
I
not
understand.
crazy, it seems expensive, but it's not crazy expensive for a year. If you think about it, like, that's not too out of line for something for a municipality. It really isn't. And the other thing that's also nice about it is no integration and some of the other stuff that people can opt in for. So it's not completely horrible, but I agree, the sign does sound like it's gonna be a better deal.
well, and this is only as good as,
It's also low tech too, I kind of.
well, this is only as good as us keeping it up to date as well. Now, Shelby says it's really simple,
Sure.
you know, but, you maintain Skyward,
And, yeah, once people sign up for it, you don't have to do anything else.
but I've watched you talk about your experiences putting out messages.
The nice thing with this would be too, is that when somebody calls and says, I signed up for it, I didn't get the message, most of the time you can look it up and you can be like, I saw that you answered, or it went to your voicemail. Or a lot of times the text, it'll even say like, you know, it was delivered, but the firewall, I mean, that way you kind of have a back with it as well.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get more sign information. We'll talk about this more next time.
And the sign thing too, also could be that dual thing. The one in Canton is so amazing that has the advertisements. So if you did a sign that was willing to do an advertisement that covered a lot of the costs and then your notification, like the one that's on Main going.
Yeah,
Which one are you talking about? Which one?
the very, very big one across from the.
We don't have the spot they want is not ours to use. They want the
I don't,
IDOT access by the pizza company to put that sign up.
So you already looked into that then? I mean,
I tried to get the boys that own nickel plate, like, how about we put the whole digital thing on the side of this? And they'll do it.
Well,
We can find somebody to do it.
Dave, you talking about the city of Canton?
Yes.
Where's that sign at?
that's the one just past just before you get to the new hotel.
Yeah, it's right directly across from that, the new
hotel.
hotel.
It's really nice. It's very well done. Very nice.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I mean, I'll put Shelby on that, so.
Maybe.
All right, we'll talk about that some more. All right, next item I have is a discussion, Wilson Street. I'd like to talk Wilson Street again.
Yes.
I don't know what the school's opinion was. I felt like our homecoming parade was pretty darn nice. Not having to worry about semis rolling down next to kids in the middle. We didn't have semis running down, streets they weren't designed to be. See next couple items, we'll talk about that. But I know we had some hiccups, but first year, seat of our pants. But if we could use 3/4 of the money to extend Wilson Street out of the TIF, and then 1/4 of it come from the general fund.
I think,
I tried to get a grant, we weren't selected. Prices are only gonna go up from here. I don't know what you guys think about this, but I would like you to give it some more thought. I'm not asking for action on this tonight either, so.
My 2 cents on it is personally, I think it would be another way to make it towards the school. Where right now, there's only 2 ways in, 2 ways out. The rub, and you are right here, is it is going to create a lot of traffic from the school back into the city.
And that was the other question I had about the residents that live on that, if you open that up, would they have any say or any input on that? Because like, now if you're gonna bring a car after car after car after car coming by, it's bad enough like during softball season type of deal,
But
but
that's gonna be the nice thing with softball season is,
They can go out.
It
towards
actually
the school.
may alleviate some of the
Yeah.
traffic from
right,
from
on
softball
the
season.
softball, but on the school thing, now it's another way, it may actually encourage a lot of people to come
Well,
that
you know, I'm
direction.
just thinking the overflow parking, I don't know how much they tore up the grass up there during playoff games for parking, but,
Right.
you know,
You're
I
talking
think,
about curb and gutter or just ditch or what?
no, it'll be ditch and it would mirror what is there. Mauer Stutz decided that would have been the best look. It would be curb and gutter coming off Lightfoot. There would be an entrance for the library that would have the curb and gutter, and then it would filter into a natural roadway.
In the blacktop,
You know, and I'm not sure that we shouldn't
Stay.
have a public hearing about this, frankly.
well, I would say a public hearing at the very least, but the other thing too would be a sidewalk the entire way out there too. We're gonna consider it.
I don't think there's room for a sidewalk is
We have a
is
safe-
the
we
problem.
already got we have to tear up the blacktop,
Yeah.
safe thing.
Yeah, but we put a sidewalk down, but I don't think there's room to put a sidewalk all the way to North Elmwood Road or South Elmwood Road. Because of the way that, I mean, if you'll look at,
No, we'd be in people's yards.
you ought to see the right of way is almost up to those people's door as it is right now.
No, but that's the other thing though too, with
You
that.
have to have a
That was the
sidewalk.
big thing of why I would want that pushed through there is that it's a safer way. You don't have kids walking to school along the busy
You'd have to have
highway.
a sidewalk. We put a road in, you're gonna have to put a sidewalk in.
Well, yes.
You have to. At least to Jacobs Park and then stop the
Once we
sidewalk.
make it past the houses and get into the Jacobs Park area, there's plenty of room for a
Plenty of room there.
sidewalk.
I think from the park to the school or to the street across from the school, if there's a sidewalk, then that's sufficient.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think it
Well,
has to go all the way.
100%. I mean, we can take a sidewalk all the way down Wilson Street to, right up to the Browns property. Because we own everything to there. All we gotta do is move that fence back.
Oh.
That wouldn't be that big a deal, would it, Dave?
Not at all.
You've been spending a lot of time up there.
I have, but no, not at all. There's plenty of room
Alright,
between there.
so- Let's get through the holidays.
Yeah,
And I will schedule a public hearing after the first of the year to see what the public's input looks like this.
well, I'm sure there's gonna be plenty.
Always is.
I know, and I'm right there in the corner too, so
I know.
I get it. I get it.
All right, next item I have, is I sent everybody a supplemental on this, solar project. In it was the statute for, stating what they have to do for the road. And then Bill sent a, sample road use agreement as well as an ordinance. Don't know how much you guys took to talk about this or read it. They would like to have a road use agreement in place by the 17th of December, which gives us 2 meetings beyond this meeting.
Fine.
But I thought this will give everybody a chance to read it. I've read it a couple of different times. A lot of this, they have to put $100,000 surety bond, excuse me, I can't talk. And any damage they have to fix better than it was.
That's given. I'd also want to look at, I'm worried about the sewer line and the lines underneath. And a lot of that damage may not be apparent for years from having the large trucks and stuff or over the top of it. So that's kind of one of my main concerns.
How do you, how heavy are garbage trucks that come, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's
They're not even,
That's once a week. I mean, I get that, but this is going to be, you know, they were estimating 40 to 50 going down that street, you know, and they're big, you know, big heavy semis and stuff, all on gravel and everything. I mean, I get that. Like, occasionally, one or two heavy trucks is one thing, but it's a tar and ship road.
So they're saying approximately 25 to 40 to maybe as many as 67 semi-tractor.
Yeah. Go,
I'm also concerned about, I'm gonna have to make, or somebody's gonna have to make a trip to Lewiston to look up the deed for that lane. Because the GIS maps don't really show ownership of it.
Wayne going to his house.
And
Is that-
the easements for the other two people that live down that
Think
lane.
that it's his,
He says it
is
is.
that on,
his driveway.
is that part of the city or is that county?
Everything, he's all county.
Right, but is that lane part of the city or part
Oh,
of the county?
I can't tell. That's why, you know, I look, you know, I cheat and use the GIS maps.
Is Renner in the county then too?
No, he's in the city, so is Basali.
So,
Each side of that are city. But I can't tell on the road, so I'm gonna have to make a trip to Lewistown.
Well, I mean, I am worried about the road. I'd want them to pave it after they're done. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I want it to be,
Mill it and,
yeah, better than what they left it. But that's what they wanna do and they wanna use it. They should get it
It's too
paved,
bad they can't
make it
just-
nice. And then we need to go and make sure that they have something in place for sewer collapse and stuff like that later on for at least 3 or 4 years. So that if there is a collapse, because it's not always apparent, or somebody to come in and inspect the sewer line after it's done to
you
make
know,
sure there's no
we
cracks.
could put in there that then we have Hunter come in and camera.
Yeah.
You know, that, you know, Illinois Americans water lines are the same way. They may want a piece of this as
at
well.
their cost.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I have to look out here, we have to consider our infrastructure here, and up to 60 trucks down a tar and chip road. That's a lot, you know?
All right,
It's-
There's no way they can bring it in from another way.
No, not easily.
Well, and that's what I talked to the road commissioner for the township. And he's concerned, he says he just redid all those roads coming in, the gravel end of it.
And it's tar.
Yeah, it's tar, and Joe said they spent a lot of money and it needed done, and I spent some time on the phone with him last week about this as well.
I mean,
All right,
I think that's my 2 cents on that.
well, those are, well, we'll call that a nickel, okay? We don't make pennies anymore, so.
Yeah.
I will ask Bill to include the, you know, how long can we add a sewer rider in there?
Yeah. I just want to make sure that look, if they're gonna do this, I get it, I just want it done right, and I want to make sure that they're not tearing up our infrastructure to get it taken care of. I think that it's a nice job, it's not something that, I mean, it's out in the county, we don't really have too much of a say in it anyways,
No,
but if that's what he wants to do with his land, I don't have a problem with that, it's just, we gotta look out for our stuff.
Well, if they tear things up on the way of doing it, then they've got to fix it. All right, I've got more things to add for Bill to. No, and it's nice that we, you know, this is not something we have to make a snap decision on, so.
We got a couple things, and I'm
We
sure they
will-
might have some input on that.
I would assume too, and they may, you know, I didn't read it in anything that they sent us, but it may already be part of their protocols, but.
Well, they might need to camera it before, if this gets approved, they may want to camera it before,
Just to see what we have.
and, yeah, and then camera it after they're all done, because if you just do it after they're done, they may say, oh, well, that was like that 6
No.
months ago.
We can do that.
So I think it
Hunter will be
needs to
happy to
be-
do that.
Oh, sure.
Before and after.
We've got a program in place already with their camera in part of town on a regular basis anyhow, just to make sure.
And then they can say, hey, there's a weak spot here in the road. You know what I mean? Or they may,
Mhm.
because we just had a water main break, at the
Yeah,
corner
right
of
there on the
Court.
corner of Court and Elmwood.
Yeah.
What did Mauer and stuff say when they
Yeah.
came up with this? Have they talked to him yet? Because I know that they were looking at.
Keith and I have been trading phone calls and George wasn't real sure where it was at when I talked to him.
That's fair.
So,
That's my,
all right, that's coming back next week. We'll be busy in a couple of weeks. Last item I have is discussion possible action. I'd like to open up applications for the treasurer. I'd like to put an ad in the paper, anybody who's interested. I have some thoughts about how the treasurer can be more involved. Would like to see some more auditing. Maybe, once a month, some sort of take one fund and audit it just to make sure that Dixon, Illinois.
Right.
No,
No.
not that I think we got a problem anywhere, but the more eyes we can put on it, the better off we are. So with council's permission, I want to put an ad in the paper for anybody who's interested.
I'll make the
You need a
motion.
motion?
Let's do it because it makes it right.
So moved on the actual.
And a motion by Dave, second by Alex to advertise treasurer for the city. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? All right. That's the end of new business. Let's talk committee reports. Start with Jenny.
I don't have
Finance.
anything.
Thank you. Nate, sewer.
We're not having anything tonight, sir.
Look at that. Joey's not here. Alex, anything street sidewalks garbage wise?
Nothing to report.
Thanks. Leslie on Parks and Rec
nothing tonight.
and Dave, Public Grounds.
Nothing to add, sir.
Jim?
I have a leaf question, sorry.
Oh, man. See? This guy.
He needs a sign.
Yeah, I know, my wife saw the notices and everything. We have property that faces Fort and Elmwood. I raked the leaves yesterday, the Elmwood got picked up, Fort did not. So is it going on all week or was it just?
Yeah, all week.
Okay,
And they're gonna circle back next week to do a final cleanup, because I see people on this other side of town have now moved some things in, and
oh,
we've had a bunch of leaves fall because it just
Yeah.
wasn't cold and windy
mine just
enough.
fell.
Yeah.
I
Well,
just wanted to make sure they were still coming.
this is just a no-win situation.
A
So,
lot of sense.
yeah, well, I always blow mine to the end of the road and hope that the wind takes them. But,
The last part of that, actually, I do have one thing for trash. I think this is the last for yard. waste
yeah,
pickup.
Thursday is the last yard waste pickup
So,
for
Are
the
they-
season.
Are they gonna keep the, yard waste area open as long as it doesn't get
As
abused?
long as it doesn't get
It'll
abused.
be open this winter, in case we trim our trees.
You better get trimmed, but contractors cannot use it,
No, no, of
so,
course not.
so.
So it's gonna stay open, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
All right,
not for commercial.
anybody else? Going once, twice,
Push to adjourn.
Second.
a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.